Hello, my name is Annie Brewster and I'm thrilled to be at Oaklands College today in this beautiful high performance centre. So on International Women's Day, being in a senior civic role as a woman in Hertfordshire, it's tremendously proud for us to look at this day and to think about all the women who are doing all wonderful jobs within our county. And it's a good time to reflect on where we've come and where we're going. Yes, historically, the roles that I've had have largely been men. I think in terms of the mayor, 14 was a good number. I think I was the 14th mayor of St Albans in about 500 years, and the 14th High Sheriff of Hertfordshire in over 1,000 years. And even chairman of the county council, I think I was the 13th, but only since 1888. So yes, it does hold a lot of responsibility. Now in most of these jobs, we're about 50-50 men and women, but looking back, it very much was male dominant for many, many centuries. So I would recommend any young girl, older girl, to step into these leadership roles. I do remember when I was the age of the students here at Oaklands, my headmaster, David Hitchin, said to us all, "You are the leaders of the future." And I remember squealing and being very worried about this. I always wanted to be a good number two to a brilliant number one. But what you'll find as you go through life is sometimes there isn't that brilliant number one, and you have the ideas, you want to take people with you, you want to achieve things. So you naturally step into that leadership role. And it's such a rewarding thing to do that I'd recommend that all of you have a go and become future leaders. I think places like Oaklands College are vital to develop our future leaders, be them in sport, as we are here in the High Performance Centre, or construction, or any of the other wonderful courses that are actually run here. And Oaklands, I think you'll all find your voice here. This is the important thing. I always say in leadership, there are 3 really good tips. And the first one is to listen. Everything starts with listening. And you'll be surprised how many people never listen. The second one is language. Keep your language very simple. One of our greatest leaders was Winston Churchill, and his most famous speech, "We will win on the beaches," 85% of his words are single syllable. It was so important that people could understand. And very often you'll find politicians today using language probably to cover up what they don't understand. So keep that simple. And then the last bit of advice is laughter. The 3 L's, the last one is laughter. Bring everyone with you, have fun with what you're doing, and that helps any leadership role. So the message I like to share with females, girls, on International Women's Day at Oaklands College is you can do anything you like in life. Your only limitations are your own. You're living in possibly the best time there's ever been for women in our country. And just grab the nettle, go for it, and see what you can achieve, because I know you'll all do so very well. So during my year as High Sheriff, I was allowed a theme, and my theme was called Sport for Good. And I knew it would help physical health. I had no idea the help with mental health that we all need. And we can now see with sports psychology and everything else that we see, particularly learnt here, how important this is. This is also the Hertfordshire Year of Disability Sport, and I'll be working closely with the college as patron for that year. But I remember my first job. I only got my first job because I was a sort of top runner. My boss didn't care what sport anyone did. He always took people on who were good at sport, because he knew they had the discipline, they looked after themselves, they were competitive, they were ambitious, and so that is just a wonderful actual bonus for anybody who actually wants to go through life. So you're in the best place here at Oaklands College.